My name is Jonathan Parks, and welcome to Jonathan's Nature Crafts. I must inform you that I do not live in this house by myself, but live here with other people. Sometimes other members of the household may have to walk through areas where I might be recording with other family members on the phone. If you hear any noise like that, please feel free to disregard. We are doing our best to get noise canceling equipment, which may at least keep you from hearing exactly what is being said. Thank you for considering. As I come on here to make this finale to the series and carve a little bit to make out the tails of these bulldogs, there's probably going to be some things I'm going to mention that we're going to kind of discuss here. For one, I probably need to mention that I have a show tomorrow in Nicholasville. It's one of the things I've had scheduled for a while, but hasn't been on my mind much, haven't been thinking of it much. Probably that's the reason why the Lord's been kind of wanting me to rest this week, as we've been talking about and doing. But I'd say that for what little time it could take to do these little tales for all these dogs, I'd say that we're going to take a little time and work on that today, kind of like what you see here, kind of removing little chiplings from below the tail, and kind of remove some from the corners as well. Try to get rid of the little bit of excess that I say we're not going to need when we kind of go to do this kind of work. And so I say that this is just one of the things where we work little ways into making what we make. I say this is just what we come out with here, a little rounder tail for the little bulldog, I say, and I know that sometimes in real life they might curl up a little more, but we don't really, I'm not really ready at the point where I'm ready to really start making it like that. So it's going to come around eventually, be something I'll eventually start doing. Hopefully I can kind of get these things in good enough shape here, because I say that I spent all day yesterday recording all the other parts to this series, and today I'm kind of putting on the little final part where I make stuff in a little bit. And so I say that this is just a glorious little type of work that we do just to make things so they seem like they're just the kind of work we can have and do for all our occasions, I say. And you know, it's like little kinds of jobs we have, I say, that always good to try to make a little profit off of what you can do. Probably a good thing to that matter that I probably have more in business expenses than what I make in sales, which could be somewhat good for the fact that it kind of keeps me from having so much income tax, I say. And I tell y'all, that was a little tale on the American Bulldog, and this one was on the French Bulldog a little while ago. Think we're going to try to do another on another French Bulldog here. Try to remove from these corners like this and remove a little saw mark from under the tail as well. I tell y'all, oh, what good little work we have. And I've already done that part. Got a way to go up here as well to make this part of the tail to have it come out just right. I say this is just glorious little work we have, and just round off the top as well. Get rid of the corners up there. Try to remove a little bit extra of what we're not needing, and seeing how it kind of makes what we have for a little glorious piece of wood carving that comes out with a tail just like this. And come along here, try to remove some from this other English Bulldog too. And as you all have already noticed, one thing I did in between videos this time was put the faces on the French Bulldogs. You've probably just kind of seen in other videos of other projects how I kind of use the rotary tool and the burner to put on the faces of some of the creatures that I make, and how that works is just a good little thing in my world, just to kind of make things seem like they get so much better. And all the way I say for you and me, this little kind of cut we have kind of come on the little tail and make it just a little stub of a carving way. And oh, I say just little work. We're going to try to sand this off, and I will tell you another thing I did in between videos was did some of the sanding already and kind of removed some parts of the critters, as far as how just a little bit of this work shall come in and make it so we see, oh, little glorious ways we kind of do, and how we all just kind of make things so they brighten us up and make our days. I say that this is just a time when it's time to kind of chip things away, do all the good we can do just to make things turn out as a good project should. I say that there's little facets in the wood, but that's okay. That kind of makes things come out for the better. You know, sometimes there's going to be places where there might be little lines behind the neck and the ears, but that's a little okay. It kind of makes out the shape of the animal a little better. So I say that there's going to be a little other parts of the project to work on as we move along, and little things I say, little things I do. Oh, I tell y'all, a lot of work goes in. One of these days I'm going to make better English Bulldogs, not make them look so much like bears. But I think these ones kind of did a little too much, and I'd say I haven't had much experience with carving English Bulldogs. I mean, the thing of it was is that in the past I only carved one little Bulldog that it wasn't I wouldn't say it was an English Bulldog, but it was supposed to be a French Bulldog, the first one I tried to carve, and just so happened that things just got a little bit uneven with trying to carve it out, and kind of did a little bit too much chipping, and when it came down to it, it just became what I called a regular Bulldog, one I couldn't really put a name on as far as any breed or nationality, and it sold down at the Artisan Market Capital and Events Place in Frankfurt when it was still open, and I still had my stuff down there. So that was pretty much the way that worked out. And I'd say I'm probably going to need to get a little more experience carving English Bulldogs before I can start getting them to come out better and not so much like bears. That's going to happen eventually. It's going to be something I'm going to get around to doing someday, and at least I'll get enough practice and experience at it to be able to do that. And moreover, I wanted to say that I appreciate the fact that some of you all came on to watch this series. It means a lot. Those of you who subscribe, I appreciate you all as well. It means a lot that you all reach out like you do, and saw that I had one more subscriber come on this week. That was a great thing. Thank you all very much again. Take care, and always, I say, keep in touch. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I hope to see you in the next video. Stay tuned.